often see this house referenced as one of the most disgraceful houses that EA has ever made, and it truly is atrocious. It has no style, no soul, there is just nothing there. I personally feel that the Crystal Creations pack is a great pairing with spellcasters, and so I decided to make a cute starter home in Glimmerbrook. Let's look at this footprint. This is just very unappealing, unwelcoming. The kitchen is strangely large, but there's nothing in it. And there's just an empty living room with a rug, a strange and waste of space hallway, a very boring bathroom, and then a depressing bedroom. So we need to liven all of this up. And the first thing that I'm going to do is to get rid of this hallway. Now, this isn't perfect yet, but I think this is already a better layout. It doesn't waste space as much. I'm going to just shunt the whole house over so that we can have more space to make a patio for charging crystals. I think what I can do is make a very tiny hallway in the bathroom area so that now you can walk from the living room or you can walk from the bedroom into the bathroom. And we need to find some doors that aren't just depressing. I do like these doors from Cottage Living, and since I used a Cottage Living door outside, I think I will use them inside as well. Now I'm going to build an addition off the side of the house. I like the shape of this more already. Roofs are where I always fall down. I'm actually not a good builder, but I'm doing this anyway. And I do like the slight curve on the roof, but I don't like the color of the roof. So what can we do that's better? I really like the roofs that Horse Ranch added, so I'm going to put those on. And for the outside, I think I want a nice stone look. I think that looks pretty okay, except now I hate the light green door. I think the darker green looks better, so I'll also make the ones inside the same color. And I'm going to just get rid of the things that were already in the house, which will help figure out what needs to go in here. It's all coming out right now, and I will just put cheap replacements back because this is meant to be a starter house, so it can't be too expensive. Okay, now we have our nice, largely empty shell, and oh, our foundations, or whatever you call these, are wrong colors. I guess we will use the Horse Ranch foundations because we already used some of that on the roof. I'm trying not to use too many packs, of course. And as always, color matching is the hardest part. So we have a medium brown roof, which means we probably want brown on the bottom. That doesn't look completely wretched. And I don't know why it's not letting me put it on the whole foundation, but there we are. And is it too garish if I put these roof trims on? It's a little bit garish, but we're also making a house for a crystal witch, so I'm not sure. I might like it. And I really feel like it needs a column out here to break up the monotony a bit. And I feel like these storybook windows really fit the vibe. It's just a matter, once again, of matching the colors. And since it is a crystal maker's home, I think it would be cute to put this little stained glass up here. I think this is starting to look a little bit better. And we're already up to 12,000, which is a little bit high just for the shell, but you can kind of see what I'm going for here. I want to have this porch outside so that the crystals can be charged. And then I wanted to have a workroom in the back, which is where I put the double doors. And this room to the side is the kitchen. And I just realized it needs a door. This is the main living room. This will be an office, and then this is the bedroom. Now let's get some appropriate floors and wall coverings down. I think I'd like to use mostly wood inside. I think we need some interesting tiles. And we're almost at 13,000, which is a little troubling. And I really want to go for lots of wallpapers in this house. And I actually want it to look a little bit garish. I want it to look like a witch that isn't around normal people very often. But I'm going for a little bit of cohesion, even though it's not really at a glance, because I'm going for cooler tones together. And I don't think that looks completely terrible. Now we are going to actually look at the Crystal Creations items. And I love these bookcases, but they're so expensive. I'm not sure how much it actually matters to people how affordable it is, because lots of people play legacies and they have lots of money or they use cheats. So I don't know. I'm gonna try to keep it low, but I'm not gonna stress too much. And I absolutely love these rugs. I think these are incredible for the whole aesthetic. And I didn't know this door wasn't centered. I think that looks better from the main room. And it's not centered from this side, but that's alright. Would it maybe be cute to have a sales table outside so that you could sell your crystals outside? I think that might be cute. Yeah, you know what? I think I'm gonna have to go over the 20,000. This is a little bit of a failure for a starter home, but I really want to make this a cozy space for a crystal witch. And I like this big print on the wall. I think that looks really nice. And I like this console table. That's very nice. And I'm just going to put these various accessories around the workroom. And I really like all the details on these kids. They're very cute. This is a nice sofa for the main room. I always like to kind of put the feature pack items in the room, and then I kind of go through and see if there's any decor from other packs. And we've now hit 20,000, and I still don't have any kitchen appliances or bedroom things in, but that's alright. And now we're going to put our crystal grids outside. I think I'll put 3 out here for balance. And for counters, let's see. I kind of like these greenish ones. I think those are very cute. We need a light in here. Let's see if there's anything better. And I kind of like these old-fashioned looking lights. I think that they fit the aesthetic of the home. I can never get ceiling lights in the middle of a room. And I'll sell off the old lights. Try to center the new lights. And I'm very bad at centering, apparently. I thought these were straight. This looks better. And I think for the little hallway, as well as the bathroom, I want to have wall light. I really like this illuminated terrarium. And I think we need a rug in here. And I like the crystal grid above the door. I like this mirror, but it's a little too fancy for this build. I think these prints add a lot. And we are going to put a cheap oven in here for all the good it will do because we've spent a lot of money. And a budget fridge. Put a little bright trash can in the corner. And I did not like the way that that fridge looked in the very corner. Maybe if this has an in piece instead. I think that looks nicer. And we need a sink. And there is room in here for a small eating area. And I think I will put a round table in here, just in front of the window. And we just need a couple simple chairs. And outside, I think I want to have some various garden things. I really like having a variety of plants outside. Maybe some planters. This is probably a futile exercise, but I'm starting to wonder if I can shrink these rooms a little bit because the rooms are kind of big and open. And if I make them all a little bit smaller, then maybe I'll actually be able to make it less than 20,000. This is strangely not really saving a lot of money, but I do like that it looks more cozy because I had a lot of empty space I didn't know how to fill. That's like my biggest thing with a house. I always make it way too big. So we've shaved about 2,000 simoleons off. That's the state of our roof. And then we'll make this much smaller. Instead of the big doors, we'll just put a small door over here. And I'll get rid of the sales table because it's 700 simoleons. And I'm going to go ahead and get rid of these display cases because they're very expensive. And I will sadly get rid of the large bookcase. So basically the Crystal Creations furniture is so incredibly expensive that it doesn't work very well for a starter home. So instead I'll try to go for those general aesthetics with a few choice items like these things in the workshop. I think that'll work better. And now we have to find a bed that is both affordable and matches our aesthetic. And maybe we can put a rug in the bathroom so that it doesn't look so sad. And then we'll put some crystal grids back outside. And we are down to 1,700. And I would really like to add a bookcase and a TV or a computer, but I'm really running out of money here. Somehow the wall lights were $15 more than the chandeliers, so I replaced those and saved a little bit of money. And for the bedroom, I would really like a cute rug. Where are rugs? I can never find the rugs. And it looks so incredibly sparse, but I do think it's better to have a starter home that you can actually buy without sheets. The back office looks very sad, but maybe if we just add a table. So now we have a table that we can put our crystal creations on, and we have a display shelf. And I'd really like to put some type of electronic in here. Maybe a really old TV, because I feel like that whoever owns this house is just kind of out of touch, and that's why things look kind of dated. This one is perfect. So we have 500 simoleons left in our budget. Maybe we can get an affordable bookcase. Yeah, that's slightly more useful. Let's see if we can afford any trees. Now I'm going to try to minimize the fact that there's this weird entrance going into this little lot. I mean, the fact that there is a different color, it'll never look exactly right, but I think it helps a little bit. And so here is the finished result. This house was never going to be great, to be honest, because Glimmerbrook itself is not great. However, I do think that this is better than what we started with. Let's just go through the house and see how it looks from the ground floor. I think that the living room looks pretty cute. It looks crystally. And there's a little office here that has a small bookcase and a desk. And then if you make money here, you can put a computer. The bedroom is the most sparse, but it's a starter home, so there's plenty of room to fill it and furnish it. There's a small hallway with 4 doors that leads into these different rooms. There's a bathroom with everything you need, a little mirror, and then there's a crystal worker's office. And finally, there's a kitchen and then a small porch where crystals can be charged. And I really do want to put a rug in this crystal room, which means I need to sell these plant things, which don't really fully fit anyway. And there we go. Now it is 19,953 simoleons for a nice little starter home. And I think that this turned out pretty well. I'm going to add this to the gallery under SulSulCel if you want to use it for your own Sims. Enjoy, and thank you for watching.